Hey guys, so I'm back with MB-8. Now, this one was really dodgy with a low-cost squad. I actually absolutely had to bring in a Gummy, but obviously you bring anything else and it's going to be a little bit better. You bring something better than Beagle, it's going to be easier for you. I'm actually going to swap Moo's heel. Bringing someone better than Catapult, for example, would be a lot better for you. It's really up to how you guys want to play this. It's a bit wonky at the best of times, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Might actually bring in Steward for that armor break skill instead of Catapult. You'll need two fairly sturdy healers. I'm bringing Mur and Gaviel because they're given. You want to bring Suzaru, you can. I'm bringing Jessica second skill. You can use the first skill, it doesn't really matter. Two basic vanguards, two blocks. Obviously a few snipers, so I've got Chris and Jessica. I've got Amir with first skill. You can use first or second, it's entirely up to you guys. Melantha, Beagle and Gummy with first skill, Beagle with first skill. Now you can use a different tank other than Beagle. It's up to you guys. Bring a tank with a defense skill, so Beagle, Cora, so on and so forth. I wouldn't use tanks like Liscum where you have no control over the skill. I would definitely try to bring a control tank. An AoE art stealer, so Lava. I don't think arts is essential, just AoE would be fine. And I'm just, ironically on the record, I'm trialing Steward just to see if it makes things a little bit easier for me. Alright, so first and foremost, we want to dump in our Vanguard, so I'm putting Courier here because I need a more tanky Vanguard on this side. And Fang here. So this boss, we don't need to worry too much about on his first cycle. His first cycle is just for glamour purposes as he struts his stuff. So I'm just waiting for deployment points, and now I'm going to deploy Armia here. It doesn't really matter which way you face her. You can face her this way. I mean, it's all much of a muchness where I'm moving my tank, so I'm placing her here. And we're going to pop Steward in on the other side. Now, like I said, this guy's not interesting. You don't need to worry too much about him. So first and foremost, we are just going to be popping in stuff to help us out. Essentially what I'm waiting for is for him to vacate. There's no other reason I'm sort of stalling at the moment. I'm just waiting for him to vacate the area because, as you'll see, he walks up to the staircase and stops, which isn't helpful to anybody. But once he vacates and heads down those steps, we're going to start placing stuff in. So our two healers. And primarily you want to have your sniper here where it can shoot at this pitchfork fellow. Outside of that, you're free to do whatever you like. The idea is that we want to have that pitchfork fellow down before old mate here gets up there, because he's bad juju. So now I'm just waiting for these to clear through, and then I'm just going to start deploying tanks. So your tankiest tank on the left, and I'm bringing a healing support tank, so that on the right. And I'm just going to wait for Fang's skill to go through, and then I'm going to pull Fang out. So from here, you're more than welcome to whack in Cruz. She'll take a few hits, but shouldn't be anything too drama. I'll use the torch just to put in a stun. Use Armia's skill. Just to help get this guy down. Use Beagle's skill. Now, unfortunately, this time we are not all four shot. Oh, I was hoping Chris would have got another use out of that, but that's okay. So now he's going to come up and pretend he's King Shit O'Turd Island. Now, this first form that he's in isn't too big of an issue. It won't cause you too many troubles at all. Now, once again, we're looking at these guys with the pitchforks, so we want Melantha in over here, but we're going to wait until this guy actually gets to Beagle, because we want him blocked. So he has just hit Beagle, so now we're going to deploy in Melantha. We'll use Armia's skill. I'll use Mer's skill just to make sure everything's topped nicely. So that one's down, and now we're just waiting on this one. This one is blocked by Melantha, so this archer will continue onwards. I was hoping Melantha's skill might come up so I could block this one as well, but it hasn't. That's alright. I'm going to use that shield so he stops on top of Beagle, and as you saw, Beagle shoved him back because he was right on top of her. Now, one of his skills, the one where he sort of, I think he flicks his glass for all of them, but it's an AoE stun. Stuns 3 targets. And essentially what you want to do for this starting moment is just, and for the entirety, is just sort of keep him on this side of Beagle. So Melantha's done, her job is over. We're going to redeploy Cruz, because Cruz won't get killed by this with any luck, unless he does something crazy. So once again, he's just stunned. Now Beagle has grabbed him, so that's not a huge drama. And it's really just going to be down to whether or not this searchlight survives now. So I believe everything else has been taken down, so now I'm going to... Actually, I'll leave Stuart in there. So Jessica's not required anymore. And I will just pop Bang in... wherever. So now, there goes that skill, so I'll use the flashlight, and I'll hold him there. So at the moment he's stuck in between Gummy and Beagle. He's attacking Gummy, unfortunately. And this is unfortunately one of those bosses that you got to kill twice. So he's just gone down. And now he's Superman. I think he's just decided to attack Beagle. So, use Armia's skill. Now, just be wary as he cycles through here, because he will inevitably move. You may need to yank out Armia. So at the moment now, he's moved. Melantha's ready, so I'm going to pop Melantha in. Just stun him again. So now you're just cycling flashlights to keep him stunned. So I'll use Beagle's skill. I don't have to, but I can. Use Mer's skill just to keep everybody topped up, and there he goes, he's down. So just be wary of where he is, be wary of what can attack him, because understandably if he moves, he's no longer going to be in either, he's not going to be in someone's range. So if he moves out of Armia's range, then you'll want to move, you want to yank out Armia and put in someone else. So that's just something to be mindful of that entire run. Just be mindful of what is attacking what. But outside of that, it's very straightforward. His second form, as it were, isn't particularly tough. It has the same set of tricks as the first form. The only real important thing to remember is that you just want to let him walk his own path until he gets up into that big cluster of operators. because if you break him early, he's going to cause massive issues for you. So just take your time. Don't rush him. Let him do his first path and catch him on the second time. But make sure also that you get those pitchfork dudes down before you make any real headway on him. After everything else is down, you can just turn around and focus him down and you won't have a problem. So I hope that helps, guys. And yeah, like, subscribe, tune in for the next one.